All right, we are live on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here today on this beautiful, amazing Sunday. Sunday is supposed to be the day of rest, but I'm working and I want to work. I feel good and I want to put out content today and connect with you folks and bond with you folks and help you folks in any way possible to accomplish whatever it is that your heart or hearts desire. And there's going to be a second show coming up today. I'll share more about that in just a little bit. But before we get to all that, let me first make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. And it absolutely has. Let me also check out the back end of YouTube and ensure that things are rolling smoothly. Yes, they're rolling smoothly. Let's just check out Facebook real quick. Okay, we are second on the news feed with one person watching. Smoothly. Let's just check out Facebook real quick. Maybe that's my good buddy Darren. Who knows? It could be my good buddy Johnny or anyone else just popping on in. Feel free to put your comments in the Facebook section, the comments section there, and I will be periodically checking the Facebook comments. Give me, 10 minutes in between the time you send the comment and need to respond, because I do primarily more so focus over on the YouTube side of things, because the Facebook is more so considered a bonus simulcast for my Facebook audience. Many people on Facebook will pop on in, leave a message, and then I go back and they're not there anymore. And that's okay. That's okay. I can still respond to you, once the show ends. But if you're here live, then we can engage and I can respond to you and we can have some dialogue, a conversation, right? That's what it's all about. And one more thing before we get to it. Once again, this channel here on YouTube and also the simulcast on Facebook as well is sponsored by my good friend Troy Brewer. He is the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network. I've known Troy for over 10 years, and I've worked very closely with him for those 10 years. And he's been in business for over 15 years, and there's no one that I trust more when it comes to your branding and marketing needs. Troy has helped me out tremendously with that. I've helped him out in different ways, and together, him and I can help you get your message out there. He also offers many various products and services, with the best service possible. We can connect you with the absolute best people for whatever it is that you need. So if you'd like more information about the Discover Community Network, please go below the description about a third of the way down on the YouTube side of things. You'll see the link to the main site, and you'll also see a link right below that to one of their many subsidiaries. In this case, it's the DCN Internet Radio Network. And if you'd like for me to personally introduce you to Troy through email or even arrange a three-way phone conversation if that makes you feel more comfortable, I'd be happy to do that. You can email me at my email, coacheli@coacheli.com. That email is also below the description on YouTube, and it's also in the description section on Facebook. And even on Facebook, you can even actually search Discover Community Network and find their Facebook business pages and connect with Troy that way. So with that being said, I want to thank you once again, Troy, for your continued sponsorship and patronage of this channel. Lots and lots of love from Coach Eli and the Coach Eli clan. All right. All right. Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to the show. Let me just check out Facebook and see if anyone is there. There's one person viewing there. Please feel free to say hello, and I'll flip back and forth between YouTube and Facebook and respond to you if necessary. On the YouTube side of things, we have Queen Helen Casey here. The Queen is here. She says, "You're good." Well, thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. All right, so let's get right to it. The topic of today's stream is join. Give me a second here. Something is freezing here. Give me a second. This is really weird. Oh, here we go. Okay, we're good. Join my live stream community and get what you want. Start the journey now. One more time. Join my live stream community and get what you want. Start the journey now. And if you look at the thumbnail that you clicked on to join this stream, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, the thumbnail says, join me on a journey and get what you want. Again, join me on a journey and get what you want. I am one that firmly believes in the team acronym. Together, everyone or everybody accomplishes more. We're all a big team, whether we realize it or not. Together, everyone accomplishes more, or together, everybody accomplishes more. Now, I'm going to share more with that, regarding that in just a little bit. Queen Helen Casey says, everybody is at church today. Well, possibly, Queen. They can catch the replay if they'd like. I did not go to church today, so I'm here streaming. No problem. No big deal. But before we get to the topic here, I want to update you folks regarding a couple of dating situations from my Match.com journeys. I have another interesting story that I just can't wait to share with you folks here. But first, I'm going to update you on a woman I shared a story on my stream last night that I did. I did a brief stream last night. Check it out if you missed it. It's less than an hour long. Actually, I think it's just a little over an hour long, if I remember correctly. Sorry, just a little over an hour long. And, she sent me a positive message. She said I was cute. She liked my profile. She gave me her number right away when I asked her for it. And she was very communicative through a few text messages that we sent. Well, we ended up talking by phone last night for about an hour and a half. And it was a good conversation. But even though it was a good conversation, and I could tell, she was feeling some good chemistry, and so was I, there was one thing, and there's always one thing that keeps a woman from fully saying, okay, I want to get to know you. And like I mentioned last night, this woman is a few years older than me. And she kept mentioning throughout our conversation that she's never dated anyone younger than her. And she says, I'm very mature, and, I seem to be the type of person that she's looking for. But she kept on mentioning that, she's never dated anyone younger than her. And, I could tell she was enjoying the conversation, but she was just feeling a little bit weird about that. And see, that's the thing that women do to disqualify men that would have been a suitable fit with great chemistry, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Women sabotage themselves when the right person comes along. They make excuses for every little thing. And, I was telling her, I said, look, ultimately it's your decision what you want to do, right? And she also mentioned another thing. She really liked my profile, how it was very straightforward and direct, right? Including a part that I mentioned, I'm looking to only focus on getting to know one person at a time, right? And this woman told me that, in her first message that I shared, last night on my stream, go back and check that out if you want to find out about that. But she said, she's new to Match. She's been on Match for 3 weeks, and it's been quite overwhelming. And so I already knew that. And obviously she's talking to a lot of guys, and I'm talking to a lot of women. And she questioned me. She was really, really shit testing me. She really was, without even realizing that women do that naturally, right? But she was really, really testing me hard, right? And I knew it, and I'm prepared for it, right? So she ended up, saying, she goes, it's like, I don't know what to do. She goes, I don't know what to do. Like, I know in your profile, you mentioned you only want to talk to one person at a time, but I've been talking to a few guys. I've met a few guys, and I just don't want to do the wrong thing. So basically what she was trying to tell me is that she's been speaking with other guys and she wanted to see how I was going to react to it. Right? Okay. And what I told her is, I said, look, no problem. I've talked to other women myself and you're talking to other guys, no problem. I said, the point where, I feel, two people should only focus on each other is if you meet one time in person and then if you go on a second date, at that point, I'm the type of person that is only going to focus on one woman. Now, some, people, some women and some men will go on multiple dates with multiple different people. And I told her, I said, hey, that's not me, right? But you choose what you want to do. And I asked her, I said, so you went on a couple of dates with these guys and what happened? Well, these guys were basically saying, a lot of the same things you were saying. They were good guys and they were really nice guys. I said, okay. And she mentioned something without even me asking. She said, both of those guys said they're ready to be in a relationship with me and they want to be in a relationship with me right now. And I said, I'm just going to call her ma'am because I don't want to put out her name, right? I said, ma'am. I said, would you like my honest opinion? What I feel is happening. I said, it's ultimately your decision who you want to give a chance to, who you want to date, what you want to do with your life, right? She said, yeah, I want to hear what you have to say. I said, look, these guys went on 1 or 2 dates with you, and they're already trying to lock you down into a commitment. And if you want my honest opinion, ma'am, I think what you're struggling with is the fact that these guys are trying to rush you into a relationship. They're trying to lock you down so that way you don't leave your options open and talk to other guys, right? Okay? That's what I like to call the scarcity mindset. I didn't tell her that, but I'm going to say to you folks, that's the scarcity mindset. When you have an abundant mindset and you're talking to a lot of women and you have a lot of women in the queue as a man, if the one you're talking with, even if you feel she's best suitable for you compared to the rest, if it doesn't work out, you've got someone else to talk to, right? That's why you have to live a life of abundance, okay? So I told her, I said, I think that I think these guys are trying to put a lot of pressure on you, and that's what you're feeling. And I told her, I said, look, like I said a second ago, ma'am, for me, I don't have a problem with you or any other woman, talking to other guys. I'm talking to other women. But like I said, if we go on one date and we both decide that we want to see each other again, in my eyes, at that point is where I cut off all communication with the other women and I focus on getting to know that one person. If it happens to be you, that's fine. Now, again, I can't tell you to do that, but I can ask you, hey, what is your opinion? How does that sound to you, right? You see, I'm not putting any pressure on her. I'm not trying to lock her down. I'm showing my interest, but I'm saying, hey, I'm cool, and I'm going to give you the time and space and freedom to figure out what you really want. And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's meeting a lot of thirsty beta males, right? I didn't say that to her. I don't say that anymore to women, right? But in my eyes, I know these guys are thirsty beta males trying to lock her down, right? And I know that it's going to turn her off. And what's going to happen when these guys, turn her off? She's going to come back and say, hey, Eli, on second thought, I really want to talk with you, and I'm not concerned that you're slightly younger than me. And why? Now, she could change her mind. Who knows? Maybe she won't get over the age thing, right? But why would I have the best chance out of all those guys? Because I'm coming from an abundant mindset. I'm not trying to lock her down. And I'm giving her the time and space to figure out what she really wants. And I'm also allowing these other guys that are beta males, like 97% of all men are, like bury themselves. I'm going to let these guys bury themselves, and I'm going to go out talk to other women. And when she eliminates all these men for being beta and trying to lock her down, then we'll see. Maybe she'll give me the chance, right? But I'm not counting on it, right? I'm just, being me, right? Right. And I also told her, I said, look, because, she asked what I did, and I put on my profile, I'm a coach, right? She even told me that she has her own life coach. She has a female life coach. And so I made it clear to her, hey, you know what? I'm not looking to life coach any woman that I'm with, because I don't want it to come off like I'm trying to do that. I'm not a controlling type of guy. But I said, I'm a very supportive person, and I'm willing to talk with my partner about anything and everything. I feel communication is very important, right? She agreed with that. But I told her this. I said, if you'd like to hear my opinion about what I feel these guys are doing wrong, and, if you want my opinion on, if you want to know how I handle things, she goes, yeah, I'd like to hear that. I said, look, like I've been saying, you have to figure it out on your own, and you need the time and space with no pressure to figure out what you want. These guys are trying to lock you down. I'm not trying to lock you down. And even if we start dating, let's say we go on a date, I told her, and we go on a second date, at that point, I would be focusing on getting to know you and no longer trying to pursue any other women. But even at that point, it would be nice if you could meet me at that level, but I don't expect that from you, because we're not committed at that point, right? And I told her, I said, look, here's how understanding of a guy I am. Okay, people don't fall in love overnight. Women don't fall in love overnight, and neither do men, at least normal men. A lot of men think they're like falling in love or infatuated with a woman, and they try to lock her down right away because they know she has so many options and they feel like they have no other chance, right? Like for me, if we started to see each other, it's not my place to try and lock you down into a relationship. My job as a man is to take you out and show you a good time. Like Coach Corey Wayne says, hang out, have fun, and hook up. I didn't tell her that, but I said, my job is to just hang out with you, show you a good time, go hiking, go to some nice dinners, do things that people do. And I said, hey, look, if we continue to see each other for a couple, 2-3 months, and at that point you start to feel like you want to take it somewhere, you're the one that's going to bring it up. I said, it's not the man's job to bring up the relationship. It's the woman's job. The man's job is to take you out and show you a good time and be a good guy, right? And so she really liked that, right? But again, she kept on referring back to the slight age difference, right? A few years, right? She's never dated anyone younger than her, right? And then all of a sudden, after an hour and a half, her phone hung up. And so I tried calling her back a few times because she told me she lives in the bad reception area to call her back if her phone hangs up. I tried calling her back a few times, and when she didn't answer, I figured that maybe her phone died and she's restarting it, right? When the iPhone dies, you got to plug it into the charger, and you have to wait for it to charge for at least 2 or 3 minutes before it will even power back up, right? Okay. So I figured that's what was happening. So she ended up texting me like 10 minutes later, and she said, where was this? I wrote, your phone hung up and I tried calling back. She wrote back, I lost you. My phone died. Let's talk tomorrow evening. It's funny. She was telling me on the phone call last night, because I said, hey, you want to talk some more? And she goes, yeah, but I'm going to be spending some time with my brother. He's going to be around the next couple of days, and I really want to focus on him. So maybe we can talk on Monday or something like that. I'm like, okay, no problem, right? But now, after her phone hung up, she's sending me a text saying, I lost you. My phone died. Let's talk tomorrow evening. So now we're going from she's busy with her brother for the next couple of days to now her telling me that she wants to talk with me tomorrow evening. And she wrote question marks, so she wanted me to respond. Right? I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe after the phone hung up while her phone was restarting, she was thinking about things and she's like, maybe I really want to give this guy a chance. Like, I've never met someone like this that speaks the way he does and carries himself the way he does, right? Okay. So I wrote back to her. I said, sounds great. Let me ask you one more thing before you go, okay? And I wanted to ask her because if she can't get past this, it's not even worth another phone call with her, right? I asked her, I said, are you able to move past the age thing? LOL, exclamation point. I'm trying to do it in a playful way, right? I think there's a good potential for something special here if you can get past that deal, question mark. That was at 10:50 p.m. last night, and I haven't heard from her back yet. Now, the interesting thing is this. Now, let me check out Match.com because she hadn't been on for several hours. She has not been active on Match.com for 18 hours. So that means she's not out there on Match actively getting messages or responding to messages. Now, she may have, mentioned her brother coming to see her instead of saying, I'm going on another date tomorrow, right? So that's a possibility, right? Okay? That could be a possibility there. Maybe she's going on another date and she doesn't want to tell me that because she's going to think like I'm not interested in her. And the bottom line is, I don't care how many dates you go on. These thirsty beta males are going to bury themselves because they're trying to lock you down. I'm just trying to get to know you and hang out with you and show you a good time with no pressure, right? Okay. So she has not been on Match for 18 hours since we connected yesterday, right? And she has not responded to my text message. And again, maybe the age thing is bothering her. Even though initially it wasn't. Or maybe she's just trying to filter out through these other guys and really think about, okay, I've got 4 guys I'm talking with, and Eli seems to stand out amongst all of them. He's really cool and laid back. He's got his stuff together, right? But he's slightly younger than me. And I've never, dated a guy younger than me. Now I've got these other 3 guys that seem to be decent guys, but they seem to be very thirsty and desperate and, trying to lock me down. Eli's not trying to lock me down. He's just trying to get to know me and be cool, right? So let me read the chat here, and I'll tell you what I think is happening. So Queen says, she is making up an excuse to not talk to you anymore. Well, Queen, I can understand why you're saying that. I don't think so. I think she's contemplating whether she can get past the age thing or not. I think she actually really likes me. I think she's physically attracted to me. And after talking with her, she likes my personality and all of that. I think that, she's talking to a lot of guys that seem to be decent guys, right? Okay, but just because a guy is a decent guy, makes good money, is good looking, has his shit together, it doesn't mean that she feels that large spark of sexual attraction. That's important, right? I think she feels that large spark of sexual attraction with me, partially because I'm a little bit younger than her and I'm showing interest in her. And, she's probably not used to a guy a few years younger than her approaching her and being mature and respectful, but being attractive and outgoing and everything she wants, right? I think she's trying to contemplate that. And I think she had some other dates scheduled. Maybe she's going on one right now. And that's not a big deal. That's not a problem at all, right? But this one right now is up in the air. If I had to guess what's going to happen is she'll probably send me a text later today and tell me that she cannot get past the age thing. And that, and to let me down easy, she'll make up an excuse, and say that, I went on a date with another guy and I want to see where that goes. Even if that's not true, she'll tell me that because she'll want to let me down easy because I've done nothing wrong and I'm her type, right? She just can't get past, a slight age difference, right? And I think that's ridiculous. But hey, that's up to her. Who knows what happens? But hey, you know what? You put that off to the side, the back burner, right? And you keep moving forward. I'm going to share one more story, and then I'm going to take a break and come back and get to the topic, join my live stream community, and get what you want. Start the journey now, okay? This morning, I got a response from another woman. This woman is 1 year older than me, or maybe a little bit less. She's 48, I'm 47, okay? And wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this, because I can't believe there's another one like this. So she gets back to me this morning. I had left this woman a message on May 30th. So we're looking at probably about a week ago, right? She gets back to me this morning, and she says, "Hello, Eli. I think you are a very wise man, because no, I'm not like anyone else here. I'm a very kind and compassionate woman. I am also very feminine and have no desire to wear the pants in a relationship." All right, that's great. And it's not that I want to wear the pants and control you, but, you know, I'm a man and you're a woman. We're biologically different, right? I'm a girly girl through and through. Exclamation point. Great. She goes, "I am also intelligent and own my own business, a counseling company. And finally, I am halfway through earning my PhD." Okay, great. Great. All those are just facts about me, but the word that everybody uses to describe me is sweet. All right. This is great. But when it sounds too good to be true, it's typically too good to be true. So she gave me her name she used on Match wasn't her real name, but I called her by her Match name before I knew that was not her real name. I go, and I'm going to substitute ma'am instead of saying the name. "Ma'am, wow, I really like your energy. Would you like to talk by phone and get to know each other better? If so, please send me your number and I'll text you to arrange our call." She gets back to me a little bit later this morning. She wrote, "First, I must tell you that my name is actually," and she gave me her real name. "Also, the reason I didn't write back to you originally, because it was a week, right? It was a week ago I sent her the message, was because I'm actually in the process of a divorce." Okay, so she legally separated. I've dealt with women like that. My last 2 relationships were with women like that. Okay. "We were married for only just a year." Wow, that's quick. "During that time, it became clear to me that he had completely lied about who he was." A lot of guys are like that, ma'am. That's why, you got to get to know people before you rush into marriage, right? Wait till you hear how this story ends, right? "Also, treated me like his cook, housekeeper, and basically someone who just who JTD made him look good." What's JTD? Who just made him look good. Oh, that's what she was probably trying to do, like use short code or something. So this dude was treating her like a June Cleaver, Leave It to Beaver, old-fashioned type of housewife from the days of traditionalism. There are still some guys like that want the woman to make me a sandwich, right? I remember my ex Dana, we used to laugh about that, right? And, I said, "Dana, like the guys that expect that from their women are just rude guys, And then Dana said to me, she goes, "Babe, I'll make you a sandwich anytime you want me to." I'm like, "I appreciate that, Dana, but I can make my own sandwich and I'll make you a sandwich, And see, that's the cool thing. When you can respect your woman at the same level she respects you. This is not about a man wearing the pants or the woman wearing the pants nowadays. It's about, just being yourself. It's about being each other's equal. Like I told this woman when we talked on the phone, but I want to share more of this message here, okay? I told her, I said, it's not about, I said, sorry, men and women nowadays have equal rights. Women should have always had equal rights. And it's not about, not being equal outside of the equal rights thing, right? Men and women are biologically different. And men are better at some things than women, and women are better at some things than men. And together we make a great team. She really liked that when I said that. But let me continue reading what she wrote here, okay? I want a partner and someone with whom I can have wonderful conversations. Me too. Sounds good. My friend actually signed me up on this site to show me that there are still quality men out there. There are, and I'm right in front of me. So don't blow it. But I think you already did. However, I want to be respectful of your legitimate desires. And technically, I am not a woman who for the next little bit is 100% free. That's fine. We can get to know each other and hang out and have fun and hook up. So all I can offer now is friendship and getting to know each other for a few months. Well, that's what you say, right? But that's not what you really want. You want to move on. She goes, I'm a very honest person and I will always tell you the truth. And she gave me her number. So I sent her a text and she said she was free to talk, because she had to do some business stuff. She was going to some event today for her business. And she had about 15 minutes to talk, right? And we got on the phone and she ended up telling me that this is her third divorce she's going through. Wow, 3 divorces. So at that point, it was going on in my head. And she sounded really nice. She was really nice, very feminine sounding, right? Probably too feminine sounding to the point of where she's let these men step all over her. And I put 2 and 2 together. And you see, folks, within 15 minutes, I figured something out that she was probably not going to tell me for a long time, right? Queen says, I would tell them to go make their own sandwiches. Well, I mean, Queen, here's the thing. If you were with a guy that forced you to try to make him a sandwich, I can understand that. I think if you were with a guy that didn't expect you to make him a sandwich and he treated you with respect, I think you would make him a sandwich on your own free will because you feel appreciated, right? Right? You see what I'm saying? You see what the difference is? Okay? So I said 3 divorces. I said, and then she told me that all of her relationships were with they ended up being abusive, right? And now here's the thing. I don't think look, a woman like that is not going to give a man that's abusive the time of day, or let alone get married to them if they were abusive. I think a lot of men get frustrated because of the way the woman behaves in the marriage, right? Or, in the relationship, right? Or once they get married, right? And because this woman is very compliant, doesn't stand up for herself, and is overly nice, okay? And, she's probably not as assertive or not as affectionate, right? Probably, I can assume. These guys start to get bored and they start to get irritated, right? And I think that's what's really happening here. Now, so I asked her, I said, why do you always get yourself in a situation of marriage? With no disrespect, I'm like, you're about to have your third marriage failure. I said, why do you keep on getting married? I said, let me ask you something without being rude. because, obviously, I don't want to waste my time or waste your time. I just want to be respectful. She goes, no, you can ask me anything. I said, the only thing I can think of why you would continue to get married is because you have strict religious beliefs. And I have to guess that maybe part of your religious beliefs, you do not engage in premarital sex. I called her out on that, right? And she goes, you know what? I'm trying to change that. I said, so you do not engage in premarital sex, which is why you got married not once, twice, but 3 times, right? So it sounds like to me you enjoy intimacy, but because of your religious beliefs, you basically push to get married so you can have the desire of being intimate with a man while being compliant to your religion or what your family wants you to do, right? And she goes, yeah, I'm really trying to change that. I said, look, I appreciate you telling me this. And, I'm kind of glad I figured it out because I'm a very intuitive guy. But I got to be honest with you. Well, I didn't tell her. I didn't go into that at that point yet. Sorry. I first said, she said, I'm trying to change that. I said, okay, cool. We kept on talking. And I basically told her, I said, I'm a different type of guy. I'm a romantic type of guy. I love romantic weekend getaway trips. And, do you have some weekends free where you'd be able to go on a romantic weekend getaway trip? And she goes, well, that's something I have to work through. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, because if we were to go on a romantic weekend getaway, wouldn't you expect to be intimate with me? And I said, not necessarily, but that typically does happen, right? I'm not expecting anything. But typically when I'm with a woman that's attracted to me and I'm attracted to her, and we're going away on a weekend, we're going to take a nice drive. We're going to hold hands. We're going to go hiking. We're going to hug, make out, and go to a nice dinner, then go back to the nice hotel suite, and we're going to make love and bang all night long. Yeah. I'm like, what? I'm like, and then she goes, Eli, are you conservative? I said, no, I'm more down the middle. I said, I'm slightly left, but I like conservative and liberal views. I like views that make sense. And she goes, you understand, conservative women? I said, absolutely. But let me ask you this, I told her. I said, you've been getting married to these guys, so that way you don't have to feel guilty about having sex, which you enjoy sex, right? And I said, she goes, yeah, well, how's that worked out for you? It hasn't worked out for you, right? I wasn't speaking in this tone of voice. I was nice to her, right? But I'm trying to wake this woman up, right? It really hasn't worked out. I said, look, why would you want to marry someone that you don't know how they're going to be intimately before you marry them, or how they're going to be in general, right? Because if I had to guess, that was probably the reason why your marriage has failed, because you waited to get married to these guys before you were intimate, and neither of you had the experience of how intimacy was going to be. And if it was horrible, that's what starts to decline. Good afternoon, Eli, says Lewis Fuller. Good afternoon, Lewis. Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to the show. So I ended up telling her this because she had to get going. I said, she goes, I really need to think about this. You're a really good guy. I can tell. Like you're a good looking guy. You got your stuff together. I really feel a good connection with you. But I said, here's the thing. I don't want to invest time in someone that is not open to premarital sex. And I was direct with her. I said, look, with no disrespect, not having, intimacy in a relationship is a deal breaker for me. I said, no premarital sex is a deal breaker for me. I was very firm on that and nice, right? And she goes, I understand. I need to think about that. Should I call you when I figure it out? I said, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm talking to some other women. And, if something else pans out, I may not be single. I said, you can feel free to reach out to me if you change your mind and you're open to premarital sex and you honestly mean that. And if you make that decision that you're open to it and you honestly mean it, you can reach out to me. And if I'm single at that time still, then maybe we can, work something out at that time. And that's where I left it. But now, that is the third woman in 1 month that is like that doesn't have premarital sex. And these are women in their late 30s, 40s, and 50s. 3 women between the ages of 35 and like 52 or something like that do not have premarital sex, but they don't put that in their profile, and they don't tell you that when they first start talking with you on the phone, right? 2 women in the last week, less than 1 week, like literally within 4 days, I've talked to 2 women that are not open to premarital sex. It's now gotten to the point of where I think I'm going to have to put that at the top of my page, of my profile. With no disrespect, I've encountered many women that have strict religious beliefs and do not engage in premarital sex. Sex is not the only part of a relationship, but it is important to me. It is one of the parts that's important. And if you have those strict religious beliefs, then please bypass my profile. I have no problem with women that don't want to engage in premarital sex. But why not be direct and put that at the top of your profile? Disclaimer: I will not have sex before marriage if this doesn't work for you. Or I'm a reborn Christian. If this doesn't work for you, I don't want to waste your time. All 3 of these women not only didn't put it in their profile, but didn't mention it until after I brought it up. Like the first 2 women, the first woman, I was on the phone with her for a couple of days, right? Back and forth. I wasted 2 days with her. The second one, I figured it out within an hour. This one here today, I figured it out within 15 minutes. I'm at the point right now where if something is leading me to believe that I'm talking with a woman that's a reborn Christian, I'm just going to ask them. Because it just doesn't work for me. Now, if you're a reborn Christian, if you want to wait until you're married to have sex, whatever you do is on you. It doesn't mean it works for me. And it's not fair for you to try to trick guys to talk to you and then try to get them emotionally invested to the point of where they'll give up sex until marriage because they feel such a deeper emotional bond. If I'm so deeply emotionally bonded to a woman, that's when I want to be intimate with her. And if I have to hold back my feelings and desires and wants because you want to hold off over some old school, outdated religious beliefs, then have at it. That's that. All right, folks, we are at 44 minutes. And I'm going to step away and take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back for another 30 minutes or so, maybe 45 at the most, maybe like 30 minutes. And we're going to talk about, join my live stream community and get what you want. Start the journey now. I want to share with you folks that have known about me for a while, people that have known me for 4 years whether it's Facebook or YouTube. The people on Facebook have known me a lot longer, but I've been on YouTube for 4 years between my former channel and this one. And if you've been a part of this channel in the past or been a part of a network in the past and you went astray for whatever reason, I want to welcome you back. And I'm going to welcome you back in style. And I'm going to share some things when I get back on why I feel it would be beneficial for us to reconnect. I'll share that when I get back. But for right now, I love how on my newsfeed, look at what's on my newsfeed right now. I'm at the top there. It says live, right? And then right below, it's a Coach Corey Wayne video. Moving on. Isn't that a beautiful thumbnail? You tell me. You look at that. That beautiful? Anyway. All right, let's cue up some royalty-free YouTube music. Give me a second here. Actually, I need to refill my coffee and use the restroom. I got to queue up some songs that are pretty lengthy. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. All right. All right, folks, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for a break that's probably going to last closer to 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less, and then we're going to get back to, well, actually, we're going to start discussing the topic. Join my live stream community and get what you want. Start the journey now. So you're not going to want to miss a single beat. Stick around. We'll be right back. with some Ethan Mixel in the shadows. Woo! All right. I feel good. You feel good? Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. We're not going to scratch it today. We'll leave a little music in the background. I love Ethan Mixel music. I'm going to go into the YouTube audio library and get some more Ethan Mixel music because that guy is a badass. I think he's the guitarist. He's a badass guitarist. Woo! Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Gotta love it. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Glad you could all join me here today on this beautiful, amazing Sunday. Yes, it is a day of rest. Some people are at church. I didn't go to church today. Maybe next week. But yeah, those people can catch the replay. Today, we are discussing, or we're going to start discussing now during the second half of the show, join my live stream community, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, and get what you want. Start the journey now. One more time. Join my live stream community, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, and get what you want, no matter what it is, as long as it's something that's good. I'm not going to help you get anything that's bad. Start the journey now. I'm going to share with you folks how I can help you with that. Free of charge. Free of charge. Who else is going to do that for you, right? And it's very simple, right? Now, if you missed the first part of the show, I shared a couple of my dating stories. People love hearing that, right? You can learn from those stories. You can learn how to not waste your time so you can focus your energy when the right person finally comes around, right? Because what burns people out is investing too much time thinking that someone they're talking with is the right person, right? And a lot of women will, talk with you in a way to lead you to believe that, but you've got to read between the lines. You've got to ask a lot of questions, okay? And, everybody has a past. Everybody's been through things, right? But like this woman told me earlier today when I spoke with her on the phone, she's been through 3 divorces with 3 men that have been abusive, right? That's a huge red flag right there. Now, I don't think she's a bad woman, but I think the fact that she doesn't have premarital sex doesn't allow these men to get to know her how she is in that way. Then they get married, the sex is horrible. And if you're married to a woman and the sex is horrible, is it going to work out? I mean, you ask yourself that. If you marry a woman and the sex is horrible, are you going to want to stay married to her? Or are you going to be grumpy? You see, I have a feeling that this woman, excuse me, hang on a second. The allergies are really kicking in. It's giving me a little bit of a dry throat. Excuse me. Need to drink some more liquid. Yeah, the pollen is very high this year, and I've been out there walking and hiking and doing all that, and it gets to you. It gets to you. And I take my medication and all that, but still, you have your moments, right? Especially if you talk as much as I do, right? But yeah, there are a lot of red flags you have to look for. And again, some of these women that have been through all this really aren't bad women. They just haven't really figured out what it takes to make a man happy. And this woman, I firmly believe she's a good woman and she wants to be happy. But she's not realizing that that sex is important in a marriage and it has to be good. And if it's not good, it's not going to work out. And if you are against premarital sex, which would allow you to find out if you're sexually compatible or not before you get married, then you're going to have to wait until marriage to see if you're sexually compatible. And then if you're not, what else would you expect? Now, I don't know if I can believe all these men that this woman was married to were abusive. Now, they may have come off abusive, but I think what more so happened is these men just became frustrated because they waited until marriage for her, or maybe they rushed getting married to her to have sex. And once that started happening, it wasn't that good, or she didn't want to have sex that much, or she put sex on a schedule and it wasn't spontaneous. I want to be with a woman like I've been with these women in the past that are open to spontaneous sex. And it can happen anytime. Could go away on a weekend getaway trip. Of course it's going to happen. Come on. Anyway, go back and check out the replay if you want to hear those two stories. One is an update to a story I first shared last night on my stream from last night, and one is a brand new story with a woman I started talking with earlier today. All right, let's talk about join my live stream community and get what you want. Start the journey now. So here's what I want to say regarding this. I've talked about this before. I'm going to talk about it again, and I'm going to continue talking about it between now and the time that I get my new laptop. Most of you that have been following me for a while know this, and if you're new, you'll know that I just recently ordered a brand new top-of-the-line, a Dell XPS 15 9500 laptop with an i9 8-core 16-thread processor at 5.3 gigahertz, 4 gigabytes of dedicated video memory, an NVIDIA card, 64 gigs of DDR4 2933 megahertz RAM, 64 gigs, and a 2 terabyte M.2 form NVMe solid-state hard drive, the fastest hard drive you can get. I'm going to be able to produce tons of videos in high quality, even at 4K 60 frames per second, which I will shoot on my iPhone very quickly. And I can help you folks, create content like that through collaborations. And I can do the video editing very quickly. Now, there are many people that have been a part, excuse me, I have an itch on my nose. Give me a second. I'm sorry about that, folks. I've had that itch in the past. Every now and then I get that itch. It's typically a good luck itch. That means something good is about to happen. I can be a little superstitious, not a whole lot, but I can be a little superstitious. But so many of you that I've met, especially out here on the YouTube side of things, over the past 4 years between my former channel I used to run and now this channel that I've been running for a little over 2.5 years now. We met through several growth stream communities that I used to be a part of. Some people would call them sub for sub. I didn't consider them sub for sub. I considered them a networking opportunity, and I met a lot of great people that are aspiring YouTubers that, want to, run a successful YouTube channel. And if you're not already monetized, you want to qualify for monetization. And just in case you haven't been around over the last few years where YouTube changed their qualification process for getting monetized, you need 4,000 public watch hours in the previous 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. Is it difficult to do that? It can be for some people, but for people that are consistent and make good content, you can get there fairly quickly. Okay? But if you're not there and you want to get monetized and you've been a part of this growth stream community and you were once a part of my network and you strayed away from my network because you were torn away by some horrible people out here that, are drama instigating YouTubers, I welcome you back. I welcome you back with open arms, and I'm willing to work with you. I'm willing to welcome you back to my live stream chats, and I'm willing to let you speak your mind. I'm willing to let you talk about whatever you want to talk about, as long as you don't personally attack me or any of my other mods or any other people in the chat. So I want to have respectful conversations, but I want us to be open and honest and straightforward. Okay, I don't have a problem with people disagreeing with what I say, and I don't even think my mods have a problem with you disagreeing with what they say as well. But it's how you disagree. Do you disagree respectfully, or are you just trolling and trying to get a reaction so that way you can make reaction videos off of it and give yourself some content? Like this other side, this other drama sphere group I used to be a part of for many years that I've completely strayed away with. And here's another thing. To those of you out there, I know some of you from that other side are still watching me. You're watching me right now because there's 15 people here right now, and there's only like 3 or 4 people chatting. So I know there are some lurkers here and you're watching, and that's all good, right? Okay? So to you folks out there from that other side that used to be a part of my positive network, right? Okay? Here's the thing. There's no drama left. I'm not going to say there's no drama left on that other side. But the drama that was once entertaining on that side and engaged you and kept you occupied is no longer there. At least from what I've noticed. And maybe anyone that's here that is chatting that has been paying more attention to that other side, because I don't anymore, can let me know. For me, what it looks like, what it appears like is happening on the other side is that they are so desperate for content, their drama traction is dying rapidly every day, that they are intentionally trying to instigate drama to keep it going. And more people are pulling away. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the numbers. And while some of these content creators, will try doing regular streams, and they may still get 400 views on those regular streams, they're getting 400 views on a 4-hour stream. That's 100 views per hour. This is a non-drama stream, and I've been on for 1 hour and 9 minutes, and right now I have 125 views. So, technically, it's not really happening on that side anymore. And I'm not trying to be critical. I wish those people the best. I really wish that all of those people from that former Drama Sphere group would just start to focus on their own content and rebuild an audience that's going to be attracted to their actual message, right? But for those of you that used to be a part of my network, that met me through me finding out about you through one of these growth streams and sending you a message on your channel and inviting you to my channel and my live streams. And then once you would come to my live streams, we started to connect and we were starting to grow. We were all starting to grow together, not just me. All of us were starting to grow together until that Drama Sphere group pinned and pitted us against each other because I personally had to learn how to handle it. I didn't know how to handle it as well back then, but now I do. And now it doesn't get to me anymore. Whatever these people do, I ignore it. They're still trying to come at me. They're still trying to get me to respond and engage. And you know what? It's pathetic because it's just not going to work. It doesn't matter what they do anymore. It's all been played out. EMK says, hello, everyone. Hey, EMK, how you doing? Queen Helen Casey says, let the dead people stay over there. Well, Queen, I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to say I'm any better than you, Queen, or anyone, right? Okay? I don't want to deal with any drama. This is not about dealing with any drama, okay? There are some good people that went over to that other side for one reason, because they were pinned and pitted against me. And they were forced by the other side to come over here and talk smack about me, or they were going to get booted, right? They were manipulated, right? And so I removed them. And when I removed them, they went over to that other side because they were creating content on me, right? And it was entertaining to them. The only reason why they were there, the people that were a part of my channel that I met through the Growth Stream community, the only reason why they went to the other side is because I removed them from my channel for being rude, obnoxious, and basically doing what they were told by the other side as a part of, as a stipulation of being able to be a part of their group, right? So you have to understand that a lot of these people are not bad people, they're good people, right? There's nothing left for these people on that other side. There's nothing left for these people on the other side. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. There's nothing left for them on that other side. Because, like I said, the reason why they went there is because the other side was talking about me, right? Now it's done. Now, it doesn't matter even if the other side continues to talk about me because there's nothing new to talk about, right? And if they want to talk about me extending a welcome back and an invite to people that used to be a part of my network that I really cared for and still care for, then that's on them. You know, they can talk about me all they want. They're not going to get the same traction that they used to get, right? So again, you know, Queen, I'm not trying to, you know, bring back drama people. Not everyone's going to be welcome back, but there were a lot of good people that I did interviews with that used to be a part of my chat, and they asked good questions. They themselves are YouTubers. We would collaborate by going on each other's panels. I really, really want to start re-engaging with those people and more people like that. I really want to connect with as many aspiring YouTubers as possible and have us grow together. Now, why am I saying this? Why am I trying to get you folks to come over here? Because I have more branding and marketing experience and technological experience than most of you. I'm not saying I'm any better than you. I have a lot of experience. And through my experience, I can help you uplift your channel to where my channel is at. And together, we can grow leaps and bounds. Yeah. Anyway. Well, here's the thing. Let me just address this. EMK, I'm going to address this because, quite frankly, I have the right to address it. I'm going to talk about it because I want to reconnect with a lot of these people. Not all of them. Some of them are just not good people despite, you know, what they did in the past, right? EMK says the guy with the cat spends hours a day trying to turn people against you. He has nothing better to do, and he's burned out. He's burnt out, EMK. That's the thing. He's tired of it, right? And quite frankly, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, if he does try to come at me again, I'm just putting this out there publicly, I don't care. If he does try to come at me again, I will still do my non-drama streams here on my main channel, my Coach Eli, Elias Melas channel. But at the same time, I will go over on Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams, and I will bury him. More than I already did. And he can sit there and talk about me all he wants. It doesn't matter. He has nothing left in the tank. And I could care less. I wish him the best. I hope he continues to, he started to create some real content. I hope he continues to do that, right? But yeah, you're right. That's what he used to do, right? And will he probably try to do it again if these people come back? Probably. But if he does, then he's going to get it back from me with the knowledge and experience I have now. Trust me. Trust me on that. EMK says, when they turn back to the good side, he comes after them. That's right. If he does that again, I'm telling you right now, I'm already prepared for it. Hazy Train says, Dr. Evil had a cat and looked strikingly similar. What a weird world. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Hazy Train, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Queen, you're a little busy today, aren't you? You know what's going on, right, Queen? We don't have to talk about it. So, folks, that's all I'm saying is that it's time to move forward. It's time to accomplish what we initially came out here to accomplish. Okay, all of this stupid, nonsensical drama is done. Is done. It doesn't affect me anymore, whether they talk about me or not. And they really haven't talked that much about me, if at all. Some of them have used some of my content in semi-fair use ways. And I've been made aware of it, even though I don't want to be made aware of it. I don't care. But I let that go. I let it slide. It just doesn't faze me anymore. What I want to focus on right now is reconnecting with people that truly want to become a successful YouTuber or run an online business in some capacity and use YouTube to do it. I want to help you get ahead. I want us to all grow together because, like I said earlier, I'm all about the team acronym. Together, everyone or everybody accomplishes more. And I'm being genuine and sincere with you folks. I'm not joking. I do care. I do care about everyone's best interest. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you win, I win too, right? When I win, you win. This is not about being selfish. This is about winning together. It's about winning together. Now, if you're happy with a channel that's stagnated and, you want to do an occasional live stream every now and then, or if you still, for some reason, would rather participate with drama, then you're not the right fit. But if you're tired of drama, if you're tired of your channel not moving forward in the way you want it to move forward, and you really want to get somewhere, why would you not connect with someone in a group of people like I have here on my channel that will truly support you and help you get somewhere with no obligation and at no cost? No one is going to offer you folks what I'm willing to offer you. I'm now sponsored on this channel. I've been sponsored for a while, right? So I don't even need your money to work with you. I just want to help you folks. I enjoy working with people and helping people. Those are my honest intentions. Again, no one's going to offer you this at all. EMK, I don't think it's him. I think it's somebody else that I'm not going to mention. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing phases me. It's rather comical. You know why it's comical? It's comical because these people love me enough to still troll me, which is great. That's all good. It's all good. Hang on a second. There's a famous saying out there, folks. You've all heard it. It's called, if at first you don't succeed, try again. One more time. If at first you don't succeed, try again. This is the most comical thing in the world to me. I'm just going to say this because it's funny. I'm laughing at the trolls. You're all pathetic losers. They're coming in here saying you're begging for supporters, right? No, I'm not begging for supporters. I'm marketing myself. I'm putting it out there. Because if at first you don't succeed, you try again. You keep trying. Because eventually your message will resonate with the right people. And they will come. If you've seen the movie Field of Dreams, there's another famous saying. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come, right? Critical Mass, how you doing, bro? Bro, I need to catch up on your live streams, bro. I'm behind. Critical Mass, we got to do some live streams together this coming week. Are you down for that? Would you like me to come on your panel again sometime this week? And would you like to come on mine? I want to really start moving forward. How you been doing, brother? I get your notifications, bro, and I watch things when I can. I've been extremely swamped lately preparing for the future. It is true. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Right? The trolls like to call it begging, right? Because they have no other content. They have to instigate drama, right? But you want to know something? You want to come at me all you want, I'll flip it on you and tell you the truth. It's not about begging for people. It's about continuing to move forward and to keep trying until you get there. And if you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. Critical Mass, you have my email. Bro, I love you like a brother. And by the way, bro, I bought some vitamins. I think I told you this. I'll tell you what I'm taking right now, Critical Mass. I'm taking calcium gummies that have vitamin D3, 1,000 IUs. I'm also taking vitamin B, super B complex. I'm also taking vitamin A as well. And I also take a fiber supplement to help me do number 2 more regularly. You know what number 2 is? You know, after you eat, you have to poop it out, right? That is true, says Critical Mass. Do your thing, be honest and truthful, and the right people will find you. That's right. That's right. I would love to. I already said that. Thank you, bro. Hi at Critical Mass, says EMK. Hazy Train says, hello, Mike. Yeah, Mike Critical Mass. Hazy Train, if I get to know you a little bit better and stuff, I may moderate you soon. I really respect you, bro, ever since, it's not Metamucil. It's called Health Plus, Arnie. It's Health Plus. It's a dietary supplement. So it's better than Metamucil. It's from this company called Health Plus. And what the heck is it called? It's called Colon Cleanse. It's a colon cleansing product. So I use Original Colon Cleanse 2 times daily. And then once every 2 months for 10 days, I do Super Colon Cleanse, which is a huge roto-rooter. Like the Super Colon Cleanse is like very potent. And I tell you what, you S fire. You know what I mean? You poop fire, right? And it just clears up your stomach. I've never seen a vitamin A at all. Well, vitamin A is hard to find, but I ordered it online from Walgreens here in the States. And vitamin A is supposed to help your immune system, I believe, and it also helps your eyesight. Everything you said is good except the calcium. Well, would you recommend I take vitamin D3 without the calcium? Because, like, look, I went out the other day and I got a little sunburn here. I was wearing my sleeves up to here, and I don't know if you folks can see. Like, I got some sun, right? You see right here? See the difference? It's a little bit red and it'll turn to tan, right? You know where I get my magnesium from? Critical mass, I get my magnesium from Epsom salt baths. Epsom salt is the best way to get magnesium. You soak for 30 to 60 minutes, sometimes longer, right? I use what do you call it? Mussel soap with peppermint and eucalyptus, Epsom salt. And that has a ton of magnesium that penetrates through your skin. D3 with K2 is better. I need to talk with you. Eli, have you ever taken niacin B3? I have not, unless it's a part of B complex. When you take vitamin B complex, it typically takes all the B vitamins and smushes them all in one. And then when you urinate, your urine is fluorescent yellow. And it keeps you hydrated. Yes, magnesium is well absorbed transdermally through skin. Right. Would you agree, Critical Mass, that an Epsom salt bath is one of the best ways to get magnesium? But I believe there's also Centrum from A to Zinc. Centrum, I heard, is good to take as well too. Critical Masses, I do have some salts. I do have some baths as well. They are very good. They're very relaxing, bro. And my pinched nerve is almost completely healed. But when it was pretty bad, when I was soaking in Epsom salt for like an hour, sometimes 2 hours, I would walk out of the bath and my pinched nerve would feel better. So yes, Epsom salt baths have a lot of great benefits. And you want to use, you don't want the bath to be completely hot, but you want it a little bit more than warm. You want hot water, but not hot enough to the point of where it'll burn you, because the heat along with the Epsom salt is going to be good for your muscles. Critical Mass says, yes, totally. I put other things in the water too. Bro, listen, Critical Mass, you're going to be the vitamin and mineral expert through this network. And between you and I, between your channel and my channel and anyone else that wants to be involved, we're going to help people get healthy, fit, and any vitamins and minerals they are deficient in, we're going to make suggestions to them, bro. And what we'll probably end up doing is even set up some affiliate links, right? Make a little money doing it. We don't have to make money, but why not? If we can recommend these products, right? Make a little money, right? Heat opens your pores, says Critical Mass. So D3 with K2. I'm going to have to look into that. Because a lot of people are very deficient in vitamin D. I love the help, love talking about vitamins. Yeah, and to be honest with you, bro, I've really, really gotten back into taking vitamins. And I take them daily, bro. And let me tell you something. Even the calcium, I know you don't like the calcium, but calcium is actually good for you. Typically, you get it in milk, but I don't drink a lot of milk. So I got to get my calcium in elsewhere. Anyway. All right, folks, we're at 1 hour and 32 minutes, just about, or it just turned. I'm going to start wrapping this up because coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern, maybe a little sooner than that, 3 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be doing a Walking with Purpose live stream from a different part of the SF Bay Trail. And I'm going to be, I haven't decided, well, I know what I'm going to talk about, but I haven't created the fancy title yet. I'll do that after the show. But here's what I'm going to be talking about, okay? I'm going to be talking about, ladies, here's what it takes to attract and keep a high-value man. Ladies, here's what it takes to attract and keep a high-value man. I'm going to be discussing primarily, once again, masculine versus feminine energy, because I'm seeing a lot of channels out here that discuss male and female relationship dynamics talk about this. There's this one channel called Fresh and Fit. They always bring on women on the show. It's these two black guys that are really cool, and they bring on these women, and they're in the Miami area in Florida, right? And these women come on the show, they're all sexy, but they act masculine, right? And then these guys that run the show call these women out. They say, look, you want to attract a high-value man, and you want to keep him around. You can't talk to him like you're a guy. You got to talk to them in a more submissive tone. And it's true. It's absolutely true. Hey, Adelaide, how you doing? Welcome to the show. We're about to go off the air. If you want to catch the next stream, I'll be back in a few hours doing a Walking with Purpose stream. I hear Lewis is taking a little bit of a break from YouTube. I really hope he at least comes around here, and we can also talk behind the scenes. Hey, Adelaide, if you want to catch up, you, Lewis, and I privately sometime this week, have you or Lewis reach out to me privately through Facebook or Hangouts. And Adelaide, I need to re-add you to Hangouts because I had to make some changes. I started a new group on Hangouts for the moderators. Better Bachelor was there too. Yeah, you watch Better Bachelor? Yeah, the Joker, right? Yeah, I actually like his content. He's the guy that's he was building a bus and he pretty much completed it. And now he's touring the country, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. He's a good guy. Yeah, Better Bachelor was on Fresh and Fit. You saw him, right? Right? Did you see the video, EMK, of Better Bachelor Joker when he was showing what he did to his bus? It's pretty sick. He's got solar panels. It's just like, let me tell you, that's a real man right there. A real man focused on his purpose. Building a bus from scratch, doing it himself, right? And touring the country and not worried about women. If one comes around, so be it, right? But do you see this guy worried about getting a woman? He knows if the right woman comes around, she'll just come around. Yes, Joker, yeah. I'm sure somebody has his docs, right? But we're not looking at docs, Joker. I'm just saying, he calls himself Joker, shows his face. I'm sure somebody knows who he really is. But maybe it's more of a branding thing for him. Who knows, right? Now, here's the funny part, right? Like I was mentioning earlier, yeah, he did a great job, EMK. He did a wonderful job. That's a sick bus, man. That's a sick bus. It is. Compared to what it was before he started, man. I mean, that dude could roll around in Miami and have all the girls hop on in there, right? But he's more focused on his purpose. I respect that guy a lot. He's a good dude. He's a really good dude. But let me share another thing, right now. Why, when I said earlier, I would love for some of the people, the good people, to come back here and to start networking with us and working with us, right? Because again, there was a stream that one of these Dramasphere creators did the other day that was not catered to drama. And he got about 400 views on a 4-hour stream, right? Right now, I'm at 1 hour and 36 minutes, and I've already got 171 views on this, and this is not a drama stream, right? So, what I'm trying to say is that they're really, for the people that are still over on that drama side or into drama, or following any of their drama groups, I know that you folks really aren't into drama. And even if you were a little bit into drama, there's nothing left there for you, right? So why not come back home where people are going to appreciate you and respect you and really want to work with you? And yeah, I'm not begging you guys to come back. I'm offering this to you. I know if we all start working together in a positive way, we're all going to grow together. Yes, it would help me out, but it would help you out too. It's very beneficial for both sides. I will dox myself in here, ASW. Well, bro, that's all good. That's on you. Critical Mass, you're funny as hell, bro. You're a funny dude. Critical Mass says, I doxed myself on a live stream yesterday. No policy against doxing yourself. There isn't. Bro, what's this? Am I doxing myself? I'm a professional, man. Professional people, like newscasters, they put their name there. I'm Coach Eli, Elias Melas, right? Is that really doxing myself, or is that just being professional, bro? By the way, do you folks like the background today? You like this little cave that leads into the water there? Is that cool or what, right? And I wore the right shirt that blends in with it, right? Isn't that beautiful? You tell me, right? Let me do this. Let me just turn myself off and turn off the chat for a second too. You tell me, look at that. Is that beautiful or what? You tell me, right? All right, here we go. Yes, it's way long, hence the mass abbreviation on my handle. Yep. You didn't have to beg me to join your live stream, bro. I tuned in when I saw you were live. Bro, you're so funny, bro. You're so funny, dude. Lots of love. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to be back. EMK says, I'm EMK. Right. Where is that? I'm not quite sure where that is. It didn't say. I'm sure that's some other country, Arnie. I'm not quite sure, though. Eli just teleported out. He has the ring from the Lord of the Rings. All right, guys and gals. I'll be back in a few hours with a Walking with Purpose live stream from a different portion of the San Francisco Bay Trail. Again, we're going to be discussing, ladies, here's what it takes nowadays to get a man, get a high-value man, and keep a high-value man. We're going to be talking about masculine versus feminine energy, and I'm going to be taking your questions in the chat. I'm going to be on for about an hour and a half. I'm going to be doing a 4-mile walk. I'm going to be on for an hour and a half. So it's going to happen in about 2.5 to 3 hours from now, probably closer to 2.5 hours. All right. Critical Mass is good seeing you, Eli. I will write you on Facebook. Email sounds good, Critical Mass. Mike, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everyone else for being here. He says quality content. Thank you, bro. Folks, try to make the next stream. It's going to be really good because I would love the engagement and your feedback because this is one of the most passionate topics for me. Masculine versus feminine energy, right? And, how I feel women are very confused on what it takes to get and keep a high value modern day masculine alpha male. Later, Hazy Train. Later, Queen. Everyone else. Have yourselves a great day. I'll see you all later. Take care. Bye. Bye.